General Hospital spoiler teased that Drew has an out-of-town business trip coming up. The place Drew goes is to Australia, where Drew may have an encounter with Jasper Jacks. The reason Drew had to come to Australia urgently was because Drew had to handle the deal related to ELQ, of course. Until Drew arrived in Australia, she had no idea what surprises it would face. Many predict that Drew will reunite with someone who lived in the town many years in the past. In fact, Drew being forced to go to Australia is part of the plan of Mr. Brennan, who is famous for being evil and has many tricks. Now Brennan is back in town with the aim of taking down Sonny Corinto, and due to that, Brennan has chosen to reach out to Sonny's relative. The first person Brennan chose was Collie Spencer, but to get closer to Collie, Brennan was forced to think of a way to get Drew out of town. And this worked because Drew would have to go to Australia himself to make the deal, returning to the work that Drew needs to handle in Australia. It seemed that Drew will be able to succeed with the new agreement, and Drew even thought that this deal would be a breakthrough for ELQ. When Drew and Jax had a conversation that went well, but things may go against Drew thinking, because everything is not simply an agreement. Brennan is inherently a malicious person, so there is nothing that Brennan does not dare to do. It's possible that Jack is someone working for Brennan, while Brennan is Drew's rival. Brennan is trying to prolong Drew's stay in Australia for the time being, so Brennan and Hal can become closer to Collie. Of course, Drew hasn't discovered that at all, and it's likely that Brennan will make things difficult for Drew by ordering Jax to cancel the deal with Drew. Although Drew was very surprised by this, because previously Drew was very confident that an agreement could be reached. But now, what Drew needs to do is try to solve the problem, because the results are not as expected. Drew would try to stay in Australia. Previously, Drew planned that the trip would take about a week. Then Drew would return to town, but now the schedule may have to change. And Drew will stay in Jax to rethink agreeing to the deal. While Jax discovers some new truth, Jax learned that Jocelyn Jack's boyfriend is Dex Howler, and Jax is a henchman working for Sonny. Jax was very angry when his daughter chose to love an inferior man, because in the past, Jax and Sonny had many conflicts with each other, until Drew was forced to return to town because the results were not as expected. Drew felt disappointed. Drew wasn't break the news of the fault due to Michael Corinto, which is when Jax also returned to town. Of course, Jax has to wait for notification from Brennan, because Jax cannot do that on his own. Jack's purpose in returning to town is to support Brennan. Plus, Jax needs to have a conversation with his daughter, Jocelyn. Because Jax wanted Jocelyn to end up with Dex, Jax argued that Dex did not deserve to love Jack's daughter. A new announcement from Juliet is that actor Ingo Rademacher, who played the role of Jax, may decide to return. The writers have offered Ingo Rademacher, after which it is possible that Ingo will return temporarily or sign a long-term contract with Juliet. Of course, fans are excited no matter what, that Jax will soon be back in town.